Surprise, surprise, the so-called protest of peace has had 15 arrests. It's also had a Labour MP, Marxist MP by the sound of his speech, calling for working class, concerned citizens' throats, which he calls Nazis and fascists, to have the throats slit. This was at the protests that was in line with Amnesty International. They were there smiling and egging this on, whilst the Labour MP asked for people's throats to be slit. Sounds pretty Nazi fascist to me. On top of that, a lot of the protests also were anti-Jew. They had nothing to do with counter-protesting. It was basically people running about shouting, "Flee, flee, Palestine," and also didn't see one British flag there at all. At all. Not an English flag, not a British flag, not a Welsh flag, Scottish, Irish, none. Only Palestinian flags and pre-printed neo-Nazi signs which says "stand up to racism" on them. Pretty ironic when it's actually them that's the racists, like, you know. Now, I agree there was probably a few people at our protests that were probably racist. Totally hate them. Nothing to do with our movement whatsoever. They're the ones that actually should be in prison, and if we ever seen them, we'd call it out. And we would stick up for the minority, or for the black person or the brown person that was getting attacked. But unfortunately, the people that were around the attack, if this actually did happen, it's just, it should have been called out, but it wasn't. But back to the false flag yesterday. 100 protests turned out to be a false flag. There was not going to be any protests at all. So all the flee Palestinians and the far left Marxist that went out, they were just pointless. All the newspapers and media were all they were all lined up, same headlines everywhere, all parroting the same thing. So it's obviously been orchestrated, you know, to make it look like the far right have been, suppressed. No. Stop making it look like there's more of them than what there is the working class. There's tens of millions of us on the right, working class and middle class, and some of the upper class that's sticking up for us as well. Tens of millions of us, maybe around 100,000 of them. If you incite a violence like that, like the Labour government is trying to do, it's not going to end well at all. So stop it. We don't want violence. We don't want to cause violence. So stop it. Anyway, just thought I'd say that the media's lying to you. There was actually 15 arrests yesterday at the so-called peaceful protests. And there was a Labour MP that asked for people's throats to be slit. Pretty fascist to me, by the look of it. Also, Amnesty International were in amongst that crowd and were egging him on. So it just shows you how far left and how Marxist they all are. They're just trying to bring down the establishment and cause riots to divide. But there goes, there's an update. Peace all. Stay safe.